Yo, I'm here. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes, see what happens, and I'll be back. Love y'all.
About a month ago, I covered YouTubers with failed music careers, so today
Okay, so yeah, I'm about to start stream. We're gonna just watch some little bit of YouTube since Arcane Odyssey is gonna be dropping. I'm gonna stream that after. It's gonna start around 3:45 or so. I think let me actually check. Oh, don't 4. I gotta change the time on it. Arcane. Yeah, it needs to be 3:45 or some shit. Not 3:45, 3:50. Just so I could be ready and already on stream. And just wait those 10 minutes. All the homies are. Wait a second. Did something. Nothing. Nothing happened, right? I didn't go live, right? Save. Okay, I'm still on live on this then. Never mind. Right? Yeah, cool. Here, editor. The editor. It's just gonna close for me. Okay. Now we're gonna watch a video, and that's it, really. Tell me if you can't hear my stream.
One of the main ways that I like to use Grammarly is to take the stress out of responding to emails. And I used to procrastinate.
About a month ago, I covered YouTubers with failed music careers, so today I decided to talk about some YouTubers who turned into some legitimately successful musicians. As a YouTuber, it can be difficult to lose this somewhat corny image and give yourself a real artist image, so we're going to be looking at how the artists in this video managed to make themselves successful rather than failing like many of their peers. So I've gathered 5 YouTubers that I think succeeded in doing that, and I was even able to interview one of them for this video. But of course, I can't start this video without talking about Joji, the most successful YouTuber to transition into into a fantastic music career. So George Miller went from being the famous comedy sketch YouTuber Filthy Frank to becoming a multi-platinum artist under the name Joji. He always had an interest in music, and he would make rap songs with his friends before he even started regularly uploading YouTube videos as Filthy Frank. He had been posting skits with his friends on his YouTube channel Disaster Music in 2008. Then in October of 2009, he released his first ever song, appropriately titled Greatest Song Ever. He was also in his high school's choir, and he started learning how to produce on GarageBand. Between 2009 and 2011, he took a break from posting skits, and this is when he would be in the rap group with his friends called Beats and Miso. However, not much is known about that collective, and I think it may have existed before that break, but the only footage we have of that group is from 2010.
Ridiculous, illegitimate children feeling it. It's in it from music to internet. The someone's going in it, Batman.
In 2011, he returned to YouTube and started the iconic Filthy Frank show. He continued posting regularly, and he began growing a massive fan base, especially because he created the Harlem Shake in 2013 and it went super viral. In 2014, he made the announcement that he was going to start uploading a little less often because of a condition he had that caused him to have seizures when he was stressed. It was also in this video that he announced his channel, Joji Vlogs, which was the first time that he used that alias. And although he deleted the channel after only making 10 videos, that would not be the last time we saw the name Joji.
I'm gonna have to pause the video real quick because I have to set something out.
Created the TV Filthy Frank channel because his old channel Disaster Music was at risk of being deleted, and he continued uploading Filthy Frank content regularly. He also created the Pink Guy character, who he released a ton of meme music under, but none of it was really serious. By this point, Filthy Frank was becoming one of the biggest YouTubers on the platform, and he was known for his over-the-top, edgy, and of course, filthy videos. He released his first couple of songs under the name Pink Omega on YouTube, then 2 more under Joji in 2015 on a secret SoundCloud account, but people quickly found out that it was him. He was planning on releasing an album under the name Joji in 2015, but it was scrapped. Joji kept posting music on his account, typically just beats and small songs with little bits of vocals here and there. However, ironically enough, Pink Guy was the most successful musician at the time. A little fun fact for you guys is that Pink Guy and Filthy Frank were featured on Anthony Fantano's meme rap album that he made under the alias Cal Chuchesta. By 2017, the Filthy Frank content was heavily focused on Pink Guy and Pink Guy's music, since Pink Guy released 2 albums that year. It was in albums like Pink Season that you could get a little bit of a taste of Joji's music. The Filthy Frank uploads began to slow down, and at this point Joji was signed to 88 Rising and had released a few songs on their YouTube channel. He was kind of juggling 2 music careers at once, with Pink Guy being the much more successful one. In September of 2017, George killed Filthy Frank, marking the end of the Filthy Frank era. Then shortly after he killed Filthy Frank, he released his debut EP In Tongues with great songs like Will He, Demons, and World Star Money. Will He even went platinum, so Joji came right out of the gate swinging. He showed to the world that he was much more than his SoundCloud strays and his Pink Guy meme songs. The next year, Joji released his debut album, Ballads 1, which had artists like Trippie Redd and Clams Casino. The album was a smash hit, with big songs like Slow Dancing in the Dark and Yeah Right. The song Slow Dancing in the Dark went 5 times platinum, which I don't think a single YouTuber has ever done before. These songs became so popular that Joji garnered a giant fan base outside of his YouTube fandom, with many fans not even knowing that he made YouTube videos. Since then, he's dropped 2 more very successful albums, and he just had another hit with the song Glimpse of Us. Joji clearly always wanted to be a musician, and he even said in an interview that he created his first channels to support his music career, which may be why the channel was called Disaster Music.
So I definitely, yeah, if the other stuff didn't work out, then I would have gone straight into Joji stuff. I was doing Joji stuff anyway, always. I just wasn't releasing it publicly at the time.
But since Filthy Frank took off, he went with it. He was getting tired of the Filthy Frank stuff, and he wanted to finally pursue his dreams, and he decided to go all in on Joji. George was very smart because throughout his entire career, he was planting little seeds of him doing music. Then he just completely broke away from Filthy Frank and went all in with Joji, and it worked out perfectly. There's plenty of people on YouTube that have covered Joji's career much more in depth than I did on this video, but this is basically the gist of it. So yeah, Joji has had one of the most bizarre but really cool music careers that I've ever seen. Speaking of bizarre careers, years, KSI is another YouTuber who has branched out in many different directions, including music. KSI is a man of many faces, a YouTuber, boxer, entrepreneur, and also musician. KSI is also one of the biggest YouTubers on the platform, and he's been doing it for longer than most. He started his first channel, G-Day Jr. in 2008, and he posted some FIFA videos and his first ever rap about chemistry that he made for school. He then made the KSI channel, and he also did a rap in Modern Warfare, which I guess would be his second song. He then started doing more FIFA videos, then did different types of gaming videos, moved on to comedy videos, and he continued doing a wide variety of different things throughout his career. In many of his videos, whether it's comedy or gaming, he would find a way to infuse himself rapping, but typically he had a little bit of humor in it. However, one thing is clear, and that's that he's always liked music. One of KSI's earliest songs that could be considered a serious one is when he featured on a song by Sway called No Sleep. He then later signed to Sway's record label called Decipher Productions. His first official rap song was Lamborghini in 2015, and it even hit 30 on the UK singles charts. It wasn't a very serious song, and it wasn't really meant to be taken seriously, but it was definitely a fun song that fans enjoyed. He continued to release a few EPs and singles, but he wasn't really known for his music, and people that did know his music didn't really take it too seriously. He even said himself that music was just a hobby that he did alongside his videos. But like I said, KSI was signed to a label which allowed him to get features from artists like Waka Flocka, Stefflon Don, JME, and more. In 2017, KSI left his group called the Sidemen, and they staged this whole fake beef. They made tons of diss tracks against each other, and they used it all to promote themselves. Their diss tracks got tons of views, and they made tons of money from it. This was all during the diss track era of YouTube, which KSI obviously took part of. KSI dissed Logan Paul, Quadeca, and more. In terms of his music, he was probably most known for his diss tracks and his less serious songs, leading people to see him more of a YouTube/funny rapper more than an actual artist. He continued putting out music from 2017 to 2019, and he even signed another record deal with RBC Records and BMG in November. They wanted to take his music to the next level and further develop his music career in the US and internationally. And I think it was after he signed to this label that his music career would be taken much more seriously.
I'm kind of now at a point where I'm able to really find my sound, make good music, and I'm happy with the music that I'm producing. And now I can just put more stuff out, put more content out, and work with people that I never thought I'd be able to work with.
He began releasing singles in preparation for his 2020 debut studio album Dissimulation, which had a ton of features from artists like Offset, Trippie Redd, Lil Baby, Rick Ross, AJ Tracey, and many more. The album even debuted at number 2 on the UK charts, and eventually it was certified gold. Since he released that album, he's released his album All Over the Place, and he's had 6 songs chart in the top 5. His work under his new record label was taken much more seriously because of the increase in quality, the subject matter, and the features. Now, a lot of people, especially in the United States, don't really see KSI as a rapper, at least as far as I'm aware. They know him mostly for Prime, boxing, and YouTube, but I don't think people realize how successful KSI is in the UK. He's chart-topping, multi-platinum, and his songs are even on the radio. His numbers are up there with other popular UK rappers like Skepta and Stormzy. It also helps that he has one of the most loyal fan bases I've ever seen on the internet, a fan base that allows him to do whatever he wants and will support him no matter what he's doing. And I genuinely believe that KSI has become a solid artist. Speaking of KSI, Quadeca is another YouTuber who created a great career for himself thanks to a boost he received after his KSI diss track. Quadeca actually kind of started his music career before YouTube since he used to play piano a lot as a kid. He then began making YouTube videos about FIFA in 2012 when he was about 11 years old. He also uploaded a bunch of videos of him singing and playing the piano, although I think he's taken those down. Quadeca would rap in his videos in various different ways, like this one where he was rapping while he was commentating.
Here we go. We make our way into the first game. We pass it to Emmanuelson, and I don't know how to pronounce his name. As we cross it to Matry with a diving header, everybody knows that we are so much better.
He would continue growing his fan base with his FIFA videos, eventually gaining tens of thousands of subscribers. Along with his FIFA videos, he would occasionally post rap-related videos like parodies or this video of him and his friends rapping at McDonald's. But 2015 is when Quadeca would release his first project called Work in Progress. He also performed for a school talent show the same year. It was clear that Quadeca had a passion for music. However, it wouldn't be the focal point of his content until around late 2017 and 2018. Up until that point, it was mostly FIFA videos with the occasional rap video, which he would use to promote the music that he was releasing on the side. Throughout 2016 and 2017, Quadeca released a couple of projects, and apart from his serious music, he would also post diss tracks and other fun raps. Then in March of 2018, he released his first ever episode of the Styles of Rap series, where he would rap in the styles of various different artists. This video, along with the rest of the series, was extremely extremely successful, and it helped him grow his audience quite a bit, but it would be minuscule in comparison to the growth that he would receive from posting a life-changing video, and that was the KSI diss track Insecure. He responded to a comment KSI made about him not being good, and his diss track went viral. The feud with KSI was all over the internet, and Quadeca experienced crazy growth, and honestly to this day I really do like that diss track. It's probably one of the best ones from the whole YouTuber diss track era. Regardless, Quadeca was blowing up because of this, and combined with his styles of rap series and other popular rap related videos, he was cultivating a strong fan base. He released his album Voice Memos in 2019, and it was very successful. He even got a Genius interview for his song Quadeca was super involved in the fast rap YouTube rapper kind of section of YouTube with other artists like Crypt and Dax, and it was very popular at the time. However, Voice Memos had songs like Man on My Left Shoulder and A Dream I Can't Remember, which showed hints of a different style he would eventually pursue. At this point in his career, he was still both a YouTuber and a musician, and was succeeding in both. Quadeca was pulling in millions of views on every video and song. However, in late 2019 and 2020, his uploads became much more sporadic, and he would eventually take a very big break from YouTube, leading up to his next album, From Me to You, which was released in 2021. This album was super experimental and was produced almost entirely by Quadeca himself, and it was obvious that he was both evolving and transitioning as an artist. It performed very well, especially the songs Where'd You Go and Sisyphus. He even got features from artists like Guapdad 4000, IDK, and Play That Boy Zay. All super good artists. Those guys are pretty underrated. They're pretty good. I like them. Following this album, he released a few more YouTube videos that weren't music videos, and then he disappeared again. Apart from appearing in the occasional Hive Mind videos, he seemed to be pretty much done with YouTube in preparation for his next album, I Didn't Mean to Haunt You, which was released in 2022. This was by far his best album to date. It was very experimental, fully self-produced, and beautifully crafted. It was a conceptual album that was way different from his earlier music. With this project, he was able to solidify himself as an exceptional... I'm using big ass words and I don't know how to say them. With this project, he was able to solidify himself as an exceptional artist, cultivate himself a strong core fan base, and he even received a 7 out of 10 from Anthony Fantano. And if you guys don't watch Anthony Fantano, that's a pretty good score. Because of how experimental and different this album was, it wasn't as viral as his previous music, but it was an opportunity for him to evolve into the extraordinary artist he is today. Following this album, he has not released any YouTube videos, and it's likely that he won't return to YouTube full time, but who knows. And personally, I love this album. I thought it was phenomenal, and I gotta say, for this video, I'm a huge Quadeca fan. I even used to make COD montages with his music.
Get up on the pills, that is not the case. How we tell them no deal, hey, no deal. I said no deal. Why pull up in a Batmobile?
But anyways, simply because of how good Quadeca's music is, I think it's safe to say that Quadeca has transitioned from a YouTuber to a successful musician. Quadeca has also been playing shows recently, like at Aries Wonderworld Fest, and Aries is another YouTuber turned successful musician. Aries has always been very into music, and he started freestyling with his friends in middle school, and even tried rapping over beats on YouTube. When he was in high school, he started to learn how to produce, since he had no one else around him to make music with. In 2016, he started posting music-related videos, which are now gone, but he would also post music on his channel as well. However, the videos that would start getting him some attention were his production-based videos, like his series where he would remake beats in 2 minutes. This series helped Aries garner a lot of new viewers, and he was able to send those viewers to his music. One of Aries' notable traits was how chill and reserved he was in his videos. He didn't talk too much and he was straight to the point, which would help him a lot in the future when it comes to his image.
It goes really hard, but today I'm gonna attempt to make the song go a little harder.
On his YouTube channel, Aries continued posting his production-based videos, occasionally sprinkling in uploads of his own music. And this was all in 2017, and around that time his music wasn't the greatest, at least compared to what he has out now. Personally, I think his best song from that era was You're Not Precious. That one still hits pretty hard today. Aries kept posting remixes and other types of music-related videos and improving his sound on the side. And then he released the song Carousel in February of 2018. This song became one of his biggest songs and got a lot of his production video fans to become fans of his music. Shortly after, he released the song Sayonara, which again blew up, and to this day I believe is just barely his biggest song. Those two songs even made it to the top 10 of Spotify's charts. Following the success of these songs, he released his debut album Welcome Home. Many songs from this album blew up, like my personal favorite Bad News, which even had a cameo from Cody Ko and Noel Miller in the music video. Around this time, he stopped releasing his normal style of videos regularly and was mostly posting breakdowns to his own music. He even addressed it in a Q&A.
Where have you been on YouTube? I'm not sure if I really want to go as hard doing those like remix videos and stuff. I do love doing those remixes though. So will you do more songs made in 2 minutes videos? I don't know. I feel like I'll do that way later on, not at this moment. I don't want to really do that.
Following that Q&A, he mostly posted his own music on his YouTube channel with the occasional breakdown in Q&A, but he clearly was focusing mostly on his music, and it made sense with how successful it was. Following his Welcome Home tour and the pandemic, Aries prepared to release his next album, Believe in Me Who Believes in You. The first single was released in October of 2020, and after a few more singles, the album was released in November of 2021. It was also his first album through Columbia Records, as before he was an independent artist. The album was phenomenal and quite a different style from his last project. It may not have been as viral as his first, but it still performed very well, and by this time he clearly had created his own solid core fan base. Personally, I love this album, and I even got to see him live in Chicago, and it was a really good performance. Since the release of this album, all of his content is related to his own music, and he doesn't upload too consistently, but he is constantly touring and performing, so it makes sense. He even has his own festival, Wonderworld Fest, which has included artists like Breakins, Quedeca, Eric DOA, Jaleel, Midwest, and many more talented artists. And again, because of his great music and reserved personalities in his earlier videos, it's safe to say that Aries is another successful YouTuber turned musician. A newer YouTuber who just started making music is Tuv, one who has been recently blowing up on YouTube. Tuv is a YouTuber who's been doing YouTube for a super long time, but like most people, he was just uploading random things. He started gaining a bigger fan base when he started making video essays and hopping on trends, and then he experienced his first taste of virality when he released his Smoking That EDP 445 pack where he got caught on April 27th of 2021. A few months later, he uploaded one of his most viral videos to date, and it would change the direction of his YouTube channel forever. The video was called Darkest TikTok Iceberg, and it is still his biggest video to date. He continued uploading morbid videos and began blowing up. After his TikTok Iceberg, he went from 76,000 subscribers in August of 2021 to 1.3 million by August of 2022. With his newfound internet fame, Tuv decided to drop his first official song, Cherry Soda, on February 24th of 2022. Following that, Tuv dropped a few more singles, and then he released his first ever album, Ear Candy, in January the following year. But what a lot of fans didn't know is that Tuv's been interested in music for a long time, and he's actually been releasing songs for quite a while. Only a couple can be found on his YouTube channel, and the rest are lost. But Tuv is actually in a much earlier stage.
What is showing me here? No, actually, no. I'm trying to go in this game blind. Fuck you showing me all this mechanics for? Ten, how could you? Ten, how could you betray me like this?
Are you interested in a girl best friend, guy best friend, or just want to raise your snap score? If any of this applies to you, wink.
I can't hear you, bro. Gang, I low-key cannot hear your ass.
Yeah, I'm retarded. I turned down my mic for my stream, like all the way down to 0. So that's probably why you couldn't hear me. Can you hear me now?
And yes, and plus I'm not trying to get spoiled.
It's not spoilers, bro. We're gonna read the trailer. That's not spoilers.
Oh, man. Oh, we watched the trailer, bet.
Not. Yeah. Well, actually, why not watch the trailer? Okay. Hop on. I just burnt my lip.
It's gonna be on non-stop grind.
This is gonna be a beautiful. Oh wait, this guy has a release countdown. That's cool. 35 more minutes.
Oh shit.
That's cool. He has a release countdown. So if you want to watch that, there's one for there. Here's this guy. Slash.
Hold on, I'll play it in the background.
We're gonna watch the trailer.
VX Games.
VX Games presents.
VX Games presents Arcane Adventures. Whoa! Beautiful. They changed the logo.
Bro. I can't wait, bro. It's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna make me bust.
I hope that they allow you to buy private servers so you and the homies can all like get into a server.
Hey, for real. Called Golden Anchor of the long pass. Do your best to make it last. Oh my god, these graphics are making me nuts.
Look at that, like, bro, look.
Bro, like, what even is that?
Imbuing your magic into your weapon is top tier.
Oh my
tier,
god,
bro. I can have fire magic and imbue it in my sword and slice it.
Bro, why is this kind of? Why is this kind of remind me of? Why does this kind of remind me of Fairy Tail or? What's the other one?
What other
Fairy Tail, One Piece, and Full Metal Alchemist. Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist.
We're gonna be selling the ocean blues, bro. We're gonna be sailing the ocean, bro. Me and the homies. If y'all gonna play the game, y'all better hop on. Y'all better be ready. The game only got a few more minutes, like 35 more minutes left. We is about to go crazy, bro. Like, I love you, stream, but I promise you, during this game, I'm not doing what I do for most of my other streams that are gonna be on the channel. I'm probably gonna do a lot of cussing, cause this game is gonna have me hype. And if I die, I'm probably gonna be angry. Cause some time away from the game is some time away from life. Cause I'm tired of this. But I love you, stream. Stay safe.
It's releasing in 32 minutes. Oh my god.
They have they have other types of spells now. Like they have one. This nigga was jumping up and just dropping down.
Is that a wood spell? Oh my god, look at lightning, look at lightning. Lightning made me bust. Oh my god.
That last one, right? Look, that last one. Not that. This. Stuff like this. That's amazing. Like
seawater energy. What is seawater energy? The Sword of Time.
You can swim in the ocean, there's sharks, there's weapons.
There's classes. You can have suits.
Bro, do you see this nigga's this man's skills, his armor?
Bro became Diamond Head. Oh my god.
This is the best part about it. Only on Roblox, bitch. Begin your Odyssey, bro. It's not even the begin your adventure. Begin your Odyssey, bro. Like.
31 minutes. 31 minutes. I'm.
Okay, everyone. That's beautiful. And,
that is a beautiful game.
So let this sign me in to my account real quick. Let me sign into my Charlo.
You can cook meals. There's energy, stamina, hunger. They added hunger to that bitch.
Wait. You're spoiling yourself. Didn't you not want to hear about spoilers?
I'm sorry.
Think about it. You're spoiling yourself. Wait, you could craft your own armors? I think so. I don't know for sure. Because there's like certain things that appear that never mind. You might not be able to craft them. But
and now the temperature will work. I'm not spoiling myself on that one. Now the temperature work. Because it wasn't temperature wasn't a world of magic, but it never worked. So they're adding temperature that actually works.
They have so much more things. Like awakenings is something I want to know. Like, oh, these are all the special abilities you get out there.
What the fuck is TikTok one? Now we're preparing for our adventure.
Bro, but everyone, that's why we're so hype. Because of that. That's what has me over here wanting to jump
nutting myself for
up and down.
Like, bro, the islands in front of you. You wait a second, what did that mean? You could cook like stuff like, oh my god.
The islands are like you can build on your island. I heard.
You could build. Oh, remember when I went on your server and I said Arcane Honesty? Look at all the options.
What do you mean?
Oh my god, bro, that made me bust.
Yeah, there's a guys, I recommend if you want to play with the boys, because I might try to get all my homeboys to join the Discord so we can be in the stage so y'all can join. Join the Discord. Link is in my about page. Like, you go to my channel. My channel.
The dodging mechanics work even better.
This is the link to the channel. I'll probably add it to the little things up here, but this is the link to the channel, the group, my group Discord. Once you go there,
What academy?
once you go to the group Discord, it's not gonna you can't see this stuff, but there's a bunch of channels. You will have to verify with Block's links, but if you don't use Block, if you don't play Roblox but you like watching or something or whatever, you can DM me and I'll give you access to it for you, so you don't have to do anything. But you have to DM me and we'll have a talk. Like, I'll explain some things to you, and then that's it. But we're
Last year's just introduced us to a brand
new
okay. Let's take a look at them. Okay, first up, we have Odin,
today at
who's a male
1:30.
snapping turtle,
Bugs
and he
fixed
seems pretty interesting.
More
I
items
say,
on
as of right now.
If it's
Next up
unequipped.
is Uno,
Oh, okay,
which is a
bet.
pale blue male
Wait,
turtle,
that means we have.
And I'm not gonna lie, I got a feeling I'm gonna hate him just due.
Huh?
That means you have our character. Warrant items on World of Magic, from World of Magic files aren't unequipped. That means you still have our characters.
Yeah.
Bro, my level 90 character would be. Oh my god, I'm busting.
But no, why don't, as a group, we should all restart, man.
I have one last slave slot. I have one last save slot. Actually, no, I have two. But I'm not getting rid of my
portals. Those magnificent sci-fi devices where you step into one end and are immediately transported somewhere else. Portals are just begging for us to ask, what happens if you pass a portal through itself? Because anything going into the orange portal comes out of the blue portal. So when the blue portal goes into the orange portal, it should come out of itself. Which, is that even possible? Yes, I'm going to show you how, and it's weird. To make things easier, we'll start with a portal in 2D space,
you know what,
which is basically a line.
Announced it, right? Like that all those years ago. You know how excited I was about that? This is a big
We'll imagine these work just like portals in 3D. When an object enters a portal, it exits at the same position relative to the other portal. The idea is that if you put two portals back to back, you can't tell there's a portal at all, and then you keep that same relative behavior no matter where you move or how you orient the portals. So an object entering near the bottom of the orange portal exits near the bottom of the blue portal, and so on. And if the blue portal itself starts to pass through the bottom of the orange portal, and we'll try to keep it clear where the front and back and top and bottom of the portals are so you can tell how they're oriented, if the top of the blue portal enters the bottom of the orange portal, it will emerge out of the bottom of the blue portal with the same relative orientation. Which looks weird, but it's what logically should happen. If we just keep pushing the blue portal in, the portal will crash into itself and we won't be able to keep going. And it's the same if we flip it and put the bottom of the blue portal in near the top of the orange. But if we put the top end of the blue portal into the top of the orange portal, it comes out of itself closer to the top until the part coming out of itself goes back into the orange portal again and comes out of the blue portal farther down. It's the portal coming out of itself, coming out of itself. It's all a bit confusing to keep track of, but it's maybe slightly easier if we add numbers along the blue portal so you can keep track of which part of it is where. Because you should be able to keep track of the entire blue portal. There's no inside of a portal,
are you
since
okay,
anything
bro?
passes through.
Me?
Oh yeah, you're talking.
What were you saying?
Oh yeah, let me share the
I was watching a YouTube video, so I couldn't hear y'all if y'all were talking to me, and I wasn't paying attention.
Are you sure?
One portal is immediately outside the other end, so 100% of the blue portal must remain visible and in existence at all times. That is, we should always be able to account for the full length of the blue portal, no matter how weirdly recursive the situation becomes. And it can be very, very weird. And pretty, but definitely weird. Anyway, to get the blue portal to go all the way through, the very end of the blue portal has to finish coming out of itself as it simultaneously disappears into the orange portal, which seems impossible unless the portal is infinitely full. Otherwise it's gonna get stuck on itself and it's...
Why didn't you say that
But if
before?
we allow ourselves a little flexibility,
You're blacker
2D
than
portal
me.
passing
What?
through
I've
itself
seen you.
looks like this.
Or
Or this.
Let's be
Or
so that
this. And in
You're
3D,
blacker
it's similar
than
but
me.
slightly more
What?
confusing because of the multiple rotations needed
Twin,
to fit the
isn't he
portal
blacker
through
than me?
itself. Here's one way a portal can pass through itself, where I've colored the back side of the portal black and kept the front side a solid color.
No,
and here's
bro,
the
what?
same thing with a
Black-
grid on the
you're
portal so you can
blacker
keep
than
track
me.
and really confirm that it is always 100% outside, even
You're
as it's
retarded.
passing
You're
through
Spanish.
itself. But of course, you probably want to be able to
Remember that
look
one
through
time
the
you were trying to
portals
explain
as this
something
is
to
all
us? We
going on,
still don't
which
know what
looks
you're talking about to
something
this day.
like
What are you talking about? You're slow.
To be honest, I was kind of surprised that it's as possible as it is to
Respect
pass a
them.
portal through itself. But when we follow things through to their logical conclusions, sometimes the universe, even
Oh, sorry, I think I missed most of my shots at that. Like a good neighbor, stick my missing.
There's so many people hyped for Arcane Odyssey right now.
Oh, the live stream for the fucking YouTube video has about 500 people.
This one Sages.
No, okay, sorry, it has 285 people watching it.
What are you talking about?
Oh, the Arcane
countdown?
Odyssey, yeah, the countdown. People are waiting for this.
Yeah, and they probably have it playing in the background.
Mars.
They probably have it.
They probably have it playing in the background, though.
Nah, bro. They probably have the website. They probably have the place up and everything, bro. They're waiting. They're
If I had a
lurking.
second monitor, I would put my auto clicker on it.
Real room. Put my auto clicker on fucking refresh until that shit pops up. Shit, you're never catching me again. Yo, people are gonna be asking, hey, what are you playing on Roblox? Arcane Odyssey? The next day. Are you still playing Arcane Odyssey? Yes. Bro, I'm trying to become one of the top 20 players. It's not I'm trying to be, I'm going to be one of the top 20.
that shit. I get the wood in that roll.
Cocoa butter.
Let's not do this again. No, it's edible.
Yeah, she fun.
Get some help, babe.
When I fought in, ask him in.
These are the type of videos I like.
Hi, my name is Mimi. You may remember me.
It's always you and these old people. Damn,
That's
twin.
what I'm talking about.
No, this video right here is a
Take a good
video
look.
about grandparents. Like
I'm unforgettable.
this is
He
grandma's
called you an old
tasting.
nigger.
What are you talking about, Moon? And I'm streaming
That's
right now.
what I'm
Just go
saying.
calm
Hi,
down on that
my name
weird
is
shit.
Sandra. You
I'm
may have
streaming
seen
right
me.
now.
I was previously in.
I'm telling you,
Moon,
bro, it's
gotta calm
always
down
this
on that
nigga.
weird
Oh
shit
my
right now.
bad, bro. Why was you streaming before we even started, bro? Now why did you
Because-
stream?
Nigga, that's the point. To have people. If my stream is up for a while, some people are gonna show up, nigga.
The sweet potato pie challenge.
Bro, streaming?
I'm here to redeem myself.
I told you that before you even joined me. See, I was
Your
streaming.
favorite chef Tasha.
I thought you were just sharing your screen, bro. I'm
Potato
slow.
salad. Who don't love a potato salad?
You already know I'm
Today
slow,
we're
twin.
trying
One of your
other
slow
grandmas.
friends.
Sometimes I
Pineapple,
thought
ups
you'd
and
be
downs.
smarter than that.
Oh, upside down.
Yeah, I think I just put
Upside.
myself
upside
on the
down
same
cake.
level as
It's
Moon.
one of the best family desserts because it's one of the simplest desserts. I grew up
Cheer
on this
yourself.
cake.
Cheer yourself, cheer
Traditionally,
yourself,
we
cheer
made it
yourself.
in the skillet.
Cheer yourself
It's
automatically.
my favorite cake to made with my family.
It
brings back memories of comfort.
Oh, you're just watching.
love it.
Bro, I was watching stuff about grandma's eating.
Bro, I'm bored. It's okay, right? It's a video about 3 people bringing their own food to have everybody else try, and they're all supposed to rate it. Whoever has the best, whatever.
Yeah.
They do it for jerk chicken. They do it for all different types of culture stuff.
That jerk chicken hit different, don't
Oh
it?
God, jerk chicken is the goat. I love having Jamaican family members.
So what we have here is
Jamaican
my
food is good.
moist,
Can't lie to you about that
delicious
one.
pineapple
Jerky
upside
chicken.
down rummy cake.
Did
I
you
use
say
the
jerky
Bacardi
chicken?
Gold
Okay.
rum in this cake.
Yeah.
I put the pineapples inside a bundt pan and I stood them up instead of lying
you
them
know what
flat.
you do?
And of course, pineapple upside down cake has to have cherry.
It's okay,
and then of
Lou.
course
Lou,
a
it's
little
okay.
dollop of whipped cream. Don't be surprised if
You're
it melts in
blacker
your
than
mouth
me.
because it's just
Why
Why
did
do
you
you keep saying
I
that?
think I'm gonna win
Because
today
you
because
are.
I
It's-
think the rum is
it's
just
the
undeniably
truth.
a flavor enhancer.
I've seen this nigga.
You haven't seen me, obviously, if you said I'm black than you.
It's funny.
I'm actually
That's
seeable and not in the dark.
The smell is not that strong.
I don't feel so bad about my cake right about
I don't know how to feel about that.
The
I just
whipped cream,
don't know. It's
I'm a
that.
little bit confused about that.
That was just so flabbergasting to me that I didn't know what to say.
No.
I don't see
The nigga was really too stunned to speak.
We got a lot of sogginess going on here. I'm scared.
Also, oh, twin.
What?
Right in the dev note, they removed the being able to sleep thing.
No what?
NPC sleeping?
No, yeah, they removed it. It's completely gone. They still walk around and stuff like.
Thank God, bro.
They still walk around and stuff, but they can't sleep no more. Nah, that shit's gone.
Hey, one thing I would say, they is one of the first games that I can remember that had the walking around NPCs.
No, yeah, it was kind of cool that they slept and everything. You know, it kind of made them
No,
seem
but I'm
real.
talking about walking around in general, because in most games, NPCs just stand there.
Real.
But it adds life, and each character has their own dialogue and cool stuff.
Exactly, and plus it can vary. And then like if you leave the game and change it, it's not gonna be like the same exact NPC.
Rest in peace, love.
It's gonna be a whole another nigga.
I'm done with that.
The cake is pretty heavy. I don't taste the pineapple.
Miller Baron.
I would not
If
even
I know if I
feed
leave this game right
to
now.
my cat.
I think the extra green sugar make the cake
Sally
too
Sloan?
sweet.
If
Jonathan
green
Derrick.
is for the
Oh,
luck of the
they're
Irish
brothers.
baby, your luck has just run out. This is a leprechaun note.
Twin.
I don't usually.
Yeah, what?
I just found this group of the Smith in my game, right? The Riverville Smith and Taylor are brothers. They both have the same exact name and have the same exact skin color.
Fine.
Eat my pineapple with
And they both
cream,
have
but
beards.
Let's try. Maybe
Fine.
that will help.
Wild.
No,
No matter where you
Grandma
are,
caught
everyone is connected.
Bet.
it's not for me. It's definitely not for me. If I have to, I will
Independent.
remove the whipped cream.
Doo-doo-doo.
It's like a wet pamper. You know how they bubble
PvP
up?
seems
I will
wicked, bro.
not give that to my grandkids because it's too
Block
sweet.
is
They will have
PvP.
too much energy.
Is this
I wasn't
Sandra
talking
eating
to you,
sweet
dude.
potato pie? Is this her
You
cake?
ask me?
I think this is her cake. She always trying to put liquor in something.
On a scale 1 to 10, I love the presentation.
Oh, this is the nigga
and
that I
I
lost
love
her
the
wrist.
fact
Fuck
they
you,
have
nigga.
sweet cherry.
I find
Maybe
it
niggas
very
be like-
difficult to
Maybe
make
niggas
this
like
cake.
thick
Don't
head.
hate me, but it's 6.
I would give this a 1. No disrespect. I think we need to try it again, or maybe not
Jesus
drink
Christ.
while we're cooking. Don't add liquor. Don't do that. Today, it's about Mimi's pineapple upside down. Cast iron skillet cake. Everybody loves Mimi. Everybody. It's real southern stuff right here. Look at it. You got your marshmallows.
No, I
got your
instigated it.
pineapples,
After
your
school, I went in and said,
cherries.
what could I
The
do for some
topping's
extra
not
credit?
just cinnamon
And
bits.
it was on.
It is heat, toffee, English bits, and this was 2 layers. This is made in a skillet. I went old school on you, okay? I should.
mental state after the affair began?
I really should. Seriously.
I'd say it felt like what Disneyland is.
Oh my god, so embarrassing.
Dad burnt.
Mr. Day,
Mes amis, ça, ça y est là. What is this?
your
What is this?
relationship with Miss Luna.
Wait a minute.
Take the next school.
What is that?
I just remember giving thousands of high five.
It's looking
the
like
kids
a
told you
pineapple
Yes, ma'am.
cheesecake.
This what I hear.
The
This
man,
part feels like cheesecake.
luckiest
You
guy
really
ever.
want me to try this?
My hero, baller, little pimp.
Oh, Pip was crazy.
Oh my.
Whitening my skin and
That texture didn't agree with me.
It's so dry. The whipped cream was to cover the burn.
This is my best friend Anya. Today, this is
Seriously,
my
guys,
childhood
this
friend
a
who I grew up
cake, or
with.
is this
Came
a
out.
cheesecake?
Alright,
The
Steph, what's
fruit
going on, bro?
is stick
You guys
on
want
it.
some? What is it? But what you mean take a seat? Shut the fuck up. We're gonna Oh, you're being dead
gotta
ass.
be
Like,
a
how
joke.
serious are we
Y'all
talking
just
right now?
want
Like,
me
what's
to
the
act
topic?
silly.
Do you know when to
That's
break up
what it
again? Man, I always get it that big.
Absolutely dog shit. Fuck your grandmas. Your grandma's weird. They can't cook for shit, bro.
Dang, who's grandma?
Okay, Odyssey finna release.
We got 15 more minutes. I'm about to, at the 5-minute mark, I'm on change streams because I got to start my other one.
Back when Adventure Time only had a couple seasons out, I used to think the
Jesus
debris
Christ.
scattered across the land meant the world used to be just like ours, and the
Jesus
so-called
Christ.
Mushroom War was a nuclear event that caused magic to exist. I'm sure many people held this view. As the show went on, it became clear this wasn't the case. Magic existed eons ago in the Adventure Time universe. But nevertheless, the world was transformed after the Mushroom War from a non-magic world into a magic world, and the cause may not be as straightforward as I once used to think. Adventure Time's lore regarding magic is actually rather messy, and in this video, I'll try my best to make some sense of the details we have to work with. Or maybe I'll just make things more confusing. Magic is a rather tricky thing to define in Adventure Time, and I feel like it often boils down to you know it when you see it. Princess Bubblegum claims magic utilizes standard universal laws, and those who practice it frame it as something special because they don't understand the mechanics at a detailed enough level.
All magic is scientific principles presented like mystical hoodoo.
What? What'd you say?
I'm gonna stream up in 4 more minutes. That means I gotta get done with this build or close to done with it in 4 minutes.
Which is fun, but it's sort of irresponsible.
Magic is a thing you can learn to do. Even Finn and Jake became adept magic users in the first season of the show, and easily use ice magic in season 2. Their ability to use magic isn't retained throughout the show, however, and it's pretty obvious this was just a dropped plot point that wasn't meant to have continuity. Season 1 and 2 of Adventure Time contained quite a few inconsistencies since the show had yet to develop an intensive lore. Nevertheless, the trainee robes from Season 1 were recycled into later seasons, which implies various characters are wizards in training. Hence, this still means that the ability to use magic is a trait that most people are probably capable of learning if they put the time in and have the proper guidance. This is exemplified again in the episode Evergreen, where it was possible for Gunther to learn magic spells, although he was never given the chance.
Like I taught you! I mean, like I meant to teach you.
To be a magic user, you have to exhibit at least some madness and sadness. Betty figured this out while researching magic users in order to save Simon.
MMS runs through all magic users. I hung out with scores of them, all displaying varying degrees of magic, madness, and sadness.
This means those with tragic pasts are more likely to be drawn to magic, and those who chase after it while content may have their lives spiral out of control. Magic has the potential to be extremely volatile, both on the world,
But a misplaced wish could cause irreversible damage to the very structure of existence.
and on the self.
Oh, it's in the Crowns thing.
As Betty
Here's
states,
the logo
All
for Crowns.
magic users swim in the loomy gloom.
but if one is not careful, they can drown in the deep end. Magic
Guys,
has
they
existed
delayed
on
it. If they
Earth
delayed
since
it,
the
bro,
start of
I'm
life, as Patience St. Pym explained
Oh,
in
they
the episode
delayed this
Elemental.
by even a
Ever
day.
since life
fucking
began on this
beast was that.
planet, there have always been embodiments of the four elements.
But Patience also states that 1,000 years ago in the past,
It was a non-magic world back then, so our powers were limited.
so the world can be categorized as magic or non-magic at different points in time, but what does that mean
more minutes.
exactly? Is Patience saying that their powers used to be limited imply they had to hide them from everyone for a variety of reasons? Or does her phrase literally mean they had low magical juice, so to say? Both of those options seem plausible. It could be that magic is a constant force, but its use waxes and wanes through time simply because the number of those who study and utilize it fluctuates.
10-minute mark.
For a variety of reasons, magic users
Oh,
may
it's
have been
20.
purged.
I think he said one
Magic
for
is a
20
powerful
minutes.
thing.
10 minutes.
Yo, what?
Did you set a 10-minute mark timer?
Yeah, where's my phone? Hey Siri.
Hey Siri, turn that shit off.
Hey Siri, stop.
On dark?
I been had that shit.
New car. Oh, that wasn't it.
It
Oh,
was
just-
dark on the iPhone now.
I been had that shit.
What the fuck is that even?
I did.
Don't like it.
I
Now
had
the
that shit back
closet.
when I knew y'all niggas. I just didn't use it.
Nah, I know it's the same thing, but so did you like slowly creep out of there?
My great auntie, my great auntie, I been had
You're
that.
fully supportive. I just want to know, like was this recent or like since we were having sleepovers? Bro, you telling me you knew since you was out the womb, and you didn't tell me? So you told me last night when we slept over with 9 different dudes. And you know what you did. You know what I did, damn it. I mean, I'm not saying I didn't like it. I'm not tripping. Okay, bro, I'm kind of relieved because, like, I thought you meant that you took a kid figure in 6th grade.
And we all got so thirsty, 10 minutes. And when we drank that's what I'm saying, 10 minutes. 9 minutes. It's always time.
I can see a scenario where magic was forbidden in societies, and this eventually became forgotten or thought of as fakery through human history. The alternative scenario is that the world is basically
no one even uses magic in
at different times. In a magic world, one can conjure more magic than in a non-magic world. Patience shall
Back then we were so stifled.
Still a very
At
used
last,
thing.
we can unlock our true potential.
9 minutes left.
It seemed like this was the case. There is some evidence against this particular scenario, but that can be explained. Powerful items like the ice ground continued to exhibit great power during non-magic times, but it could simply be that magical items continued to hold the power they had from when they were first created.
Like none seen before or ever after.
Patience was also able to conjure enough magical power to freeze herself even back in a non-magic world, but perhaps it took all her magical reserves to do this, as we know there's an endurance-like limit on magic use.
8 minutes
He's been using
left.
his powers a lot today.
So with that, we can now speculate about what the mushroom bomb may have done to the world to transition it into being magical.
Oh, I'm gonna share my screen when I start playing this, bro.
Civilization as we know it and
no, sir.
Created hostile conditions that magic users would be inherently more suited to handle, allowing magic to thrive once again. Or the mushroom bomb bathing the world in mutagenic horror may have straight up caused magic to surge in a time when it was at a low. The mushroom bomb basically supercharged
have you seen the trailer?
World with magic.
Why do you want like
maybe both?
You might as well just watch Adventure Time lore instead of the fucking
things we know
magic
for
system.
sure were caused by direct exposure to the green goo was the
If you wanted
lich
to learn
and
about-
these mutated monstrosities.
Christ, why are you
Also,
yelling?
direct exposure to the radioactive
You yell like
fluid
a
can be
crazy
fatal. But
Why are you
perhaps
being-
indirect
Ow.
radiation is what led to the other varied,
Why me?
less
Why did you
grotesque
take my
forms
charger,
of
please?
life that sprung up after
Is
the
that my
mushroom
problem?
war.
Or them hungry-looking rainbows.
Ridiculous
No, it's my
mutations in
charger.
magic have actually been associated multiple times in Adventure Time. Evergreen made Gunther an intelligent dinosaur with magic.
Are you my father?
No, but I stole your egg and mutated your brain. Get going.
And Princess Bubblegum presumed that Jake is a magic dog via mutagenesis.
Alright, what am I then? This don't look like magic to you?
It looks like a mutation.
This gives credence to the idea that the mushroom bomb could have directly produced new creatures that may be regarded as magical. On the topic of Jake, we
Let's take
know
my
Jake
charger,
was
but I don't
born
have
by
to
this
file my charger.
mysterious
Yes,
creature
yourself.
impregnating his dad. This is where his transforming powers come from, and interestingly, Farmworld Jake turns into a new lich and gains transforming powers from the mushroom bomb. I wonder if there's a connection between the mushroom bomb and this creature. Hopefully we'll find out before the series ends. While the mushroom bomb is of course the likely and obvious culprit,
I swear to
there's
God, if you drink some
So why are you watching a 6-year-old video? I bet there's like updated shit on this.
another potential perpetrator for the rise of magic I want to explore, and that would be a Catalyst Comet. We know Catalyst Comets come every 1,000 years and bring change, but what that change
Bruh.
is varies, and how
Twin,
severe its impact on
this
Earth is
information-
varies too.
It's not
The
that this
Catalyst
information can be
Comet that arrived
debunked.
prior to the most
Fucking
recent one we saw in the series was due to hit
advanced.
around the time that the mushroom bomb went
Improvement.
off. There has not yet been information in the show about what change this comet may have brought, except for one cryptic clue hidden in Banana Guard 60.
All of you.
So, it's your first time playing Arcane Odyssey. Here are some tips and tricks that'll make you a better
There is nothing
player.
to be ready for. We have
One
like
of
6
the
minutes.
first things to select is your magic. One of the worst magics in game currently is Sand. This magic has mediocre stats in damage, speed, and size, making you
don't
question
care.
why you'd ever pick it. Vitality is good for
What? What are you talking about?
sustainability. It can come in clutch as some fights go down to the absolute single digit of health. You can always make up your damage with power if needed. A new type of attack called grabs have been implemented. Make sure to use the ones with upward knockback. Launching your opponent.
Sand is shit, bro.
I know it is. Why are you telling us that?
Upwards is very advantageous as you want to stay on the ground.
I'm talking
Sand
about
is
I'm talking about one of
trash.
my homeboys. I'm not talking about the magic, dumbass. One of my
What?
homeboys, one of my homeboys' name is Sam.
Hello?
He hit
Oh.
DM me and that nigga's a bitch.
For movement. Make sure to switch
What's wrong
off
with the
basic
fucking
combat
magic? Worst fighting style?
immediately.
No,
This
what
has
was the
very
worst
average
magics?
stats, but excels at absolutely nothing unlike other
Twin,
styles.
what was the
The
worst
fact
magic
that
on the
Sailor
list?
style is a direct
What do you
upgrade.
It says the worst fighting styles. He's talking about worst fighting
Yeah,
styles.
man.
I actually want to kind of see the fighting
Switch
styles
off
because
basic combat immediately.
They have
This has
fucking
very
Iron
average
Leg.
stats, but excels at
One
absolutely
Piece.
nothing unlike other stacks.
So the
The fact
hold on,
that
let me turn
Sailor
it up.
style is a direct upgrade makes you question why you'd ever want to keep it. When using Aura, be aware of each downside it may have. For example, Speed Aura will lower your damage, Resistance will lower your speed, and Power will lower your overall HP. Intensity has seen
Oh,
an
this combat looks so
upward spike
fucking
ever
good. Oh
since
my
Power
fucking
got nerfed.
god.
This will increase
This
your
one made me
damage
nuts, bro.
per deal.
Question. I'm going Katana for sure. So do y'all know what weapon you're choosing?
huh?
Of course I'm using Katana. What the hell?
I'm using Katana
Wait.
for sure. I'm using
Katana.
I'm using fighting styles.
Oh, I'm using katana.
So wait, 3 katanas in a fighting style?
Twin, we may just wait. Do we really need Twin here? You know, we could always add Jeffy. Jeffy.
We're definitely making a guild. What's the guild name?
What are you talking about?
I'm finna start streaming, yo.
We're making a guild.
No, I'm talking about that nigga. Mikey was saying something.
Too heavily, in
Not
addition
Yo,
to other effects
like, do we
bigger
wait a
puddles
second?
from
Do
water
we like really
and
need
lower ultimate
Twin
arc
here? You know,
cooldowns.
Jeffy's
There
always
is
an
no
option.
reason not to run this absolutely amazing
Man,
stat.
we're not explaining
The
the
last
ladder. We're
biggest
gonna have
tip
move.
for
We're
Arcane
gonna have
Odyssey
both.
is you're able to obtain a
I know, I was
curse
just okay.
once you reach level
Alright.
125.
Let us
It's
go
only
over
a
the
tip
magics
of
we're
the
going
secret
again.
method,
I'm going
so
Magma.
try and find out
Twin.
how to.
You already know that I'm going. Which one I'm going?
Light.
Just guess. Guess.
I'm done. Lightning, thunder, light. You're going light.
Yeah.
Yo,
I'm
what's good,
gonna
everybody?
fucking-
Selector
I'm
2 today,
zooming
and we're going to be
past
talking about
So you're going
factions
light.
in Arcane Odyssey.
Moon,
If you're
where are
not
you
looking
going?
to join
It's
any
time-
sort of
it's time.
faction support,
It's time. So let me stop.
Moon
this
is
stream.
going lightning.
Lightning, bro. What?
It doesn't matter. It does not matter.
I'm just gonna go light.